Okay, now as you can see, I am in a different scenery now. I'm not normally where I usually am. I am in a different scenery. You probably know that. I mean, I'm always in a different scenery. And as you can probably also tell, um, I am using a different camera. And I think it's recording because the button went off. But anyhow, I am here to give you my SmackDown review for February 1st, 2013. And the commentators for this show are JBL and Josh Matthews. Now this SmackDown, before I continue, normally I come on this channel. Hold on 1 second. I just have to answer my text. I'm gonna go to my friend Steve's phone. He's yep.
You want all nighter, right?
Okay.
What time you going to bed?
I don't know.
11?
Should I go to bed at 12?
Go away to 12.
Okay. He asked if I was getting a ride. He said that's fine, okay. But normally I come on this channel when I do my SmackDown reviews, and I just say it's an average SmackDown, that SmackDown's never gonna be good, and that SmackDown's never gonna be great. I mean, just SmackDown usually is crap. But, that was not the case tonight. SmackDown was actually an enjoyable show to watch, so I suggest you guys go ahead and watch it for those of you that, usually skip SmackDown, Adam. But let's let's talk about the show, shall we? So first it tells you what's going to happen with the Brock Lesnar stuff, the Rock stuff, all that, and the World Championship scene. And then Alberto Del Rio is backstage because he's pissed about what Big Show did to Ricardo Rodriguez. So he's backstage with a steel pipe waiting for the Big Show to arrive. And then we have Booker T's announcement for the World Championship picture. Now, I'm not exactly sure what's going on with it, but it looks like, because the people that were in the ring were Team Hell No, which consists of Kane and Daniel Bryan, the Great Khali, Randy Orton, Sheamus, Dolph Ziggler was outside the rings, and he's talking about how if you want to go to WrestleMania, you have to get through the Elimination Chamber. And then, from out of nowhere, we get the return of Jack Swagger. And, to be honest with you, I completely forgot about Jack Swagger. Actually, before me and Adam did our draft on CM Brothers, I completely forgot about Jack Swagger. Because Jack Swagger, we haven't seen him in so long, but now that he's come back, I remember him. I mean, I barely even remembered his wrestling moves when he came back, because, he comes out and says that, that he's finally back, and he's been watching at home, watching pretty much how bad the WWE has been, and he says that he's a former world champion, and he wants to be in the Elimination Chamber match. Booker T says, "Swag Dog, you're back," and he wants Jack Swagger to prove himself, and he makes, a tag team match between Team Hell No and Rey Mysterio and Sin Cara. But before that actually happened, Dolph Ziggler says that, he doesn't really need the Elimination Chamber because he has a Money in the Bank briefcase so he can cash it in at any time he wants to. Even WrestleMania kind of hinting that right there. So he says, "I don't need this," and he makes it Booker T makes a match between Dolph Ziggler and Alberto Del Rio. But if he just said that now, why did he compete in the Royal Rumble then? Now that I just think about that. But then we get Team Hell No versus Rey Mysterio and Sin Cara. Awesome tag team match. This is probably my favorite match of the night. We saw a lot of double team moves in this match. Rey Mysterio, one for example when Daniel Bryan was being set up, Rey Mysterio got spun around into a Cena Senton by Sin Cara onto Daniel Bryan. Kane did, let me think, Kane, Daniel Bryan, Kane Irish whipped Daniel Bryan into the, I think it was Rey Mysterio, and did a drop kick in the corner. And then, Sin Cara and Daniel Bryan are up on the, turnbuckles, and Daniel Bryan pushes Sin Cara off. He does a flip and goes to run to get back up there, but Daniel Bryan counters it to that drop kick that he usually does. Then he does the surfboard submission hold and another double team move with Kane doing the drop kick. And after a lot of time of Daniel Bryan and Kane dominating each other, Mysterio gets a hot tag. He does actually pretty good moves. I mean, I think Ray and Daniel Bryan could work a future program together, because they actually worked really well when they were in that win for that short amount of time. Eventually, Rey Mysterio, though, goes for the 619 on Daniel Bryan. Kane catches him and goes to chokeslam him. Big boots Sin Cara. Rey goes for the 619, hits it on Kane. But then he gets the no-lock by Daniel Bryan puts the no-lock on Rey Mysterio. Sin Cara breaks it up, slingshots into Kane, and then Mysterio hits Daniel Bryan with the 619 and the splash, and that was it. So I thought that was a nice match right there. It flowed really well. I want to see these guys have more matches, have a tag team title match. I mean, Rey Mysterio and Sin Cara haven't had a tag team title match yet, and I think you should put the titles on Rey Mysterio and Sin Cara now, because I think that they really worked well together as a tag team, and I think it's time. I don't think it's time to break them up, but it's like I want to see Rey Mysterio and Sin Cara get a run with those championships. And then it shows the Big Show and Alberto Del Rio rivalry with the Last Man Standing and Big Show attacking Mikado and all that. And Alberto Del Rio gets interviewed by Matt Striker, but he's just like, he's asked him how you gonna prepare for your match with Dolph Ziggler. He just says, "I'm just getting some air, man. Go away." That's pretty much all he said. So then we get the Best of Raw and SmackDown 2012 ad. We get Jinder Mahal with Heath Slater and Drew McIntyre versus the Great Khali with Natalya and Hornswoggle. Great Khali wins with the Pooch Army Plunge. That's all I have to say about that match. I don't care. So then we have Teddy Long and Booker T backstage, and I was impressed by the Great Khali. How could you be impressed by the Great Khali? And I guess Teddy Long was the one that brought Jack Swagger in. And then Team World Scholars come up, and they announce that they are gonna break up and go into singles careers, kind of like what Kofi Kingston and R-Truth did. But they're still gonna be best friends. And then Booker T makes a match between Sheamus and Damian Sandow. And as for this Team World Scholars breaking up, I'm fine with it, because one, I think it could be good for both of them. Two, I think this is a possibility that we're gonna get Cody Rhodes versus Goldust at WrestleMania. And three, they can finally put the World Championship, hopefully, on Cody Rhodes. And then we get a WWE Shop.com ad. It shows the WrestleMania 29 video package. I think it said 65 days away to WrestleMania. It shows Brock Lesnar's return, Saturday Morning Slam ad. Alberto Del Rio's backstage, still waiting for Big Show. It shows John Cena winning the Royal Rumble. Who he's gonna face, it says what title he's gonna go after, and the Shield attack the Shield's attack. Then we get Sheamus versus Damian Sandow. Decent match here. When Sheamus is doing his clubs to Sandow, the Shield comes out, and Seth Rollins gets hit with the blow kick, and that kind of scared me. I thought they were gonna bury the Shield because they've never had just 2-on-1, but Dean Ambrose and Roman Reigns did a pretty good job fighting them off. Then they do the triple powerbomb to Sheamus and leave. Then we get Randy Orton versus Wade Barrett. It was a fine match. It's just we see these guys wrestle so often, it's hard to get into this match. Pretty much what happens is Randy Orton goes for a DDT outside the ring, gets thrown back first into the steel post. Barrett goes for the bullhammer, his elbow hits the post. Orton does a rope DDT and an RKO for the victory. I thought the Shield was coming out during this match because since they attacked Sheamus, why not Orton? Then we get a WWE Magazine ad. We get a Wade Barrett interview, and before he can really say anything, I guess he saw Bo Dallas, and he just attacks Bo Dallas backstage. So it looks like they're going to have either a match at Elimination Chamber or WrestleMania for the Intercontinental Championship. Then we get Kofi Kingston versus Jack Swagger. What can I say? I mean, Jack Swagger, a guy that was a jobber when he left the when he took his vacation, and now he comes back, and this is how you bring a guy back. Like, Jack Swagger looked strong in this match. He dominated Kofi, and I think this was a way to remind us who Jack Swagger was, because I honestly didn't forget who he was, but I didn't remember his movesets, and Jack Swagger did a pretty good job representing himself. And he did the Swagger bombs, he did the those headlocks, he did pretty much everything. Then eventually Kofi Kingston starts to get a good feel into it, and Jack Swagger gets dropkick outside the ring. Kofi Kingston does a slingshot outside the ring. Then Swagger goes to throw him into the steps. Kofi Kingston flips over it and does a flying like chop, kind of what the Great Khali does over the steps. Goes for the Trouble in Paradise, but his leg gets hit on the announcer's table. And then Jack Swagger does the ankle lock for the victory, which I thought was cool. Then we get Alberto Del Rio and security guards backstage. They're telling Del Rio to put the pipe down. Then Del Rio sees a bus come up, so he hides. Big Show gets off the bus. Del Rio goes to attack him with the pipe, but Big Show starts escaping. He breaks the window of a car. He pretty much did anything he could to escape. Del Rio Big Show's on the roof of the car. Del Rio hits Big Show in the leg with the pipe and starts punching him. Then eventually Big Show just runs away and Del Rio chases him off. Then we get the WWE app ad. It's that app that I was talking about on Monday Raw Review when it said, "What did you miss? Nothing much," with the commercial breaks. And as I was watching that, the matches were different when it was Wade Barrett facing someone. Then when it came back, it was John Cena facing Dolph Ziggler. I thought that was a little bit odd. So you should have had the commercial a little bit better. Then it shows the promo between The Rock and CM Punk on Raw. And we also found out that Brock Lesnar is going to be on Raw. And Vince McMahon has a injured hip and he's going to get surgery eventually. Then we get Dolph Ziggler with Big E Langston and AJ versus Alberto Del Rio. During this, it shows the Raw ad, which pretty much said everything like Brock Lesnar is going to be on Raw. And it shows Alberto Del Rio being backstage because Ricardo Rodriguez was there. And Ricardo wanted to go out and do his job as a ring announcer. But Del Rio thought it was for the best for him to stay there. Then we get the match. And the match, it was awesome. It was a good main event. I think these guys should face each other this year at WrestleMania. What happens is Del Rio and Dolph are having a good match. Del Rio does the German suplexes. Dolph does just kind of dominates him. Then Del Rio goes for a moonsault, but AJ distracts the ref, which causes Big E Langston to push his leg off. Then eventually, then Del Rio drop kicks him for redemption. Then Big E Langston gets ejected. Dolph Ziggler starts dominating Alberto Del Rio. Then Del Rio does a superplex off the top rope. Starts to come back. Does the backbreaker. Does kicks. Then eventually Del Rio throws Ricardo into the post, and you can hear the metal snap, and he went for the he did the backstabber off the while he was like in the ropes, kind of what Sheamus does with the clubs. He did with the backstabber. He doesn't get the victory. Del Rio goes for the cross arm breaker. Ziggler counters with that face plant move, and he doesn't get it either. Then Ziggler goes for the zigzag. Ziggler counters into the cross arm breaker, and Ziggler taps, and Del Rio gets the victory. Then Big Show's backstage, and he has Ricardo Rodriguez, and he's showing mercy, and I thought this was pretty funny. Then Alberto Big Show tells Del Rio that if it's the win, he's gonna make him suffer, and that if he ever attacks Big Show like he did in the parking lot, he is going to make him suffer, and he's not gonna the day he wakes up. Then Del Rio Big Show just knocks out Ricardo Rodriguez, and that was pretty much it. And then Del Rio goes backstage and tries to get doctors, and that was pretty much it. So a very good SmackDown tonight. It impressed me. Like, normally SmackDown, I'm like, should I watch SmackDown? Okay, I'll watch it. I'll review it, and then it ends up being crap. But that's not the case tonight. Like I said, SmackDown was very good. It wasn't great, but it was actually, I think it was great. Actually, it wasn't like it was an exception. Like, it was a good show to sit down and watch. I definitely recommend watching this SmackDown. If you don't watch the SmackDown, Adam, and others, not just Adam. But good SmackDown tonight. My match of the night was probably Team Hell No versus Rey Mysterio and Sin Cara. The match I absolutely hated was the Great Khali versus Jinder Mahal. But yeah, this was a good SmackDown tonight. And I think this is my 298th video. So, I'm going to explain stuff that's going to be going on. Alright, so, you're not going to see me reviewing stuff on this channel until my Raw review. As usual, it's either going to be on Tuesdays or Wednesdays. And you're not going to get a main event review. And what's going to happen is, I don't know what topic I'm going to make for my video. So what I did is I had my friends, my family, anyone that watches my videos, people on Facebook and stuff like that, choose topics of, what they want to do. And I'm going to put all that in a hat, and I'm going to make, and on my 299th video, I'm going to shake that, hat, and I'm going to pull out, the topic. And I'm going to do that on, I'm actually going to do it on Tuesday. I think it will be a good time. Then, when your name gets pulled, if your name gets pulled, and your topic gets pulled out, and it could be about anything. And I will announce what the topics are, so you guys don't give me a topic, you don't even get to hear what it is. I will use your topic as eventually, but yeah, that was pretty much it. This was a very good SmackDown. Definitely check it out if you didn't see it. Unless you can't see it. Yeah, I probably won't, like I said, I won't be on this channel until my Raw review. But I will be on the Talkinator Monday reviewing SpongeBob. I will be doing that. Maybe I'll do some stuff with Steve, because I'm going to be at his house, and he's going to want me to make some videos, and I'll bring this camera with me. But that's pretty much it, guys. Subscribe to this channel if you haven't, and all that stuff. And I want to thank all of you that have. And the next time you see me, I'll be reviewing, well, actually, on this channel, I'll be reviewing Raw. And now that, next weekend, me and Adam are going to sit down, we're going to watch the Elimination Chamber DVD. If you haven't seen it, you'll probably, like, if you haven't seen the cover, we're going to have it with us. And, we're going to review that. That DVD was good when we watched it, but we weren't too knowledgeable like we are now about wrestling. But that was like one of the first matches he's ever seen. But what are you gonna say, right? So that's pretty much it, guys. See you later. I gotta pee.